So I got a call about an outboard stuck in a field, and I went and got it out, and here it is. So I just wanted to take a moment and basically show it to you. This was a response to my outboard repair ad. Guy said, I got an outboard in a field. If you want it, you can have it. Just come get it. So I said, okay, I'm coming. And this is what I got. An interesting story to it. A guy had it on his pontoon boat sitting next to his house. He would come out here and spend the summers here and use it on the rivers and stuff. And he would disappear from his place for, 3 to 9 months at a time. And one day he went and popped the hood off the outboard. He noticed the starter and a couple other parts were missing. And he's like, oh, great. And, next year rolls along and he goes and looks, and all of a sudden the carburetors are missing. And then Thieves got to it again. A couple more seasons, and this is how it is. So yeah, it was slowly stolen, one piece at a time. It's just weird to me. Now you can tell the Thieves weren't that good, because it's still got a lower on it. So either they didn't need it or they couldn't get it off. But they took the outer caps. I don't know why, but they also left a stuck socket in one of the holes. Yeah, you can see it right there. So they were going for the lower mounts, they just couldn't get to them. Now, interestingly enough, this is a manual tilt motor, so no power trim to steal, so that remained. But what they did steal is the little plastic knob that goes there. So let's say these thieves were stealing the aluminum parts off it for scrap. What a waste of time that is. But why did they steal all the little plastic parts as well, Fuel fitting, stole that. If you notice, we have no hardware on the motor. All the bypass covers are, missing their hardware. Intake manifold, hardware is all gone. But they left the brass fuel nipples there, so yeah, if they were stealing it for scrap, they would take the little brass. But they didn't. Don't know. They didn't steal anything under the flywheel because, they got to get the flywheel off, and that's a pretty big nut, and a 1/4-inch ratchet's not going to get that off. But they did manage to cut all the wiring apart. So, there is that. Head bolts are all stolen except for the ones they couldn't easily get to on the bottom, or the ones that broke on this side. I thought I saw a broken one. Maybe I didn't. But these head cover bolts broke off, so they couldn't steal those. They stole the ones off this side, but they didn't take the head cover off. But they did cut the wire for the overheat alarm, so that makes sense. We would add a hook right here for easy lifting, stole that. Hood latches they stole. Thermostat, left those. Little plate that goes right here that's, never goes bad. Piece of plastic, they stole that. Okay, I don't know why. Stole the connecting hardware off of the shift linkage here, as well as the studs that hold on the throttle and shift linkage. The lower hood mounts, stole that. This is just ridiculous. It's weird. They broke the overboard indicator nipple, so left that, but they did leave the actual fitting here, so I don't know why they didn't take that. Probably tried to steal the tilt steering tube, but they couldn't get it off because the weight of the motor was on it, so that got left. Originally I was thinking they were stealing parts for their motor, which is, could still be the case, but why steal all the hardware, It's a waste of time being back there stealing hardware if you don't need it. And don't go off telling me they needed the hardware. Nobody needs hardware for the bypass covers. It's not something that usually breaks. And if so, one or two. You don't need to take all the hardware. Look at this. They couldn't get these easily, so those stayed, but all those are gone. It's just weird, Motor's not seized up. Flywheel does spin, but we have so much dirt in the intake, I'm not even going to try. And I guess, let's say they were stealing parts to try to sell them. Why is the lower stool on it? Hands down, that is the most valuable item on this motor. But it's still remains. So yeah, I don't know. See, kind of an unfortunate end to this motor. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So yeah, it was free. He didn't really tell me much about it, which is probably a good idea, because if I knew it was like this, I don't know if I would have spent the time and gas to go get it. But while I was there, yeah, definitely taking it. I was just hoping it wasn't a pre-73 engine. But yeah, I still would have taken it once I'm already there. Now you may be thinking, free, oh, that guy could have scrapped it and got some money for it. Well, you got to remember, not everybody has a truck. And if they have a truck, not everybody has a hoist to lift it up. And even the people who do have a hoist may not want to spend the couple hours of time loading this thing up, taking it to the scrapyard, unloading it, waiting in line to get paid for $8. It's just easiest way to do it is to give to somebody who want it, and that's exactly what he did. So let me know what you think happened to this thing. Otherwise, I just really wanted to show it to you. So that's it for now. See you later.